Hello, good morning. Welcome, Rishu. Hello, Mohammed. Hello, Anu. Good morning.
Very good morning, sir.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I was looking for I got message like a notification on my phone, so I saw it. It's yours, so I joined the
Okay. So, is it your second class for your trial lesson?
yeah. This is my second, and after as I told you, I have to prepare for it. So yeah, I'm gonna subscribe
Sorry, your voice is not clear. Can you please
because
speak
I was thinking.
speak a bit louder, please?
Now it's okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Yeah,
better,
now is it okay?
better than before. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Go on.
So nothing. I was looking at the screen. Task 150 words plus. What is this? I can't find it out.
Uh, this is the IELTS writing tasks requirement.
Okay.
I think you said that you're preparing for IELTS exam, or
No. I'm not preparing for. I'm thinking of preparing it, but nowadays I'm not preparing. I'm just working on my communication skills so that I can be better in speaking English, and I don't have to face any kind of problem when it comes to speaking English. If
uh,
and before anyone and in any interview. So that's the reason why I'm preparing for it.
okay, understood. So, in order to have good communication skill, if you remember, you need to know a huge number of vocabs or lexical resource, we call it, and obviously sentence making capability. When
Yeah, and like vocab is my main problem.
someone is crying,
So yeah. He's my cousin. He's just 9 months. So, that's the reason why he's crying.
okay, so you're here to develop your communication skill. That's the first thing you need to have. And second thing is that, as I said, sentence making capability. And third is you need to know different kinds of grammar structure, how you can make sentences correctly and effectively.
Yeah. And nowadays I can form sentences. I don't have to face much problem while making sentences. But when I stuck in vocabularies. I don't. I sometimes while speaking, I face problem while speaking the correct vocab I have to use a different vocabulary instead of using the exact vocabulary. So this is my problem.
Okay, let's have a little test today for you. Is it all right?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I said let's have a test today for you.
Yeah, it would be good for me.
Okay, hi Prashant, welcome. So, welcome all the people who have joined in the last few moments. Welcome to my Tuesday morning's class. And I'm going to share the screen so that you know which topic we're going to talk about. It's a very common topic. So, the topic is describe a house, not this one, sorry, or apartment you'd like to live in. Can you see the screen? Hello? Rishi, are you there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
So that is your main topic, and
So like I have,
uh, that's your main topic. And what you're going to talk about
yeah.
is that you should say where it is,
Okay, so
or
yeah.
let me explain, and where it would be. What you'd like to do there,
Okay,
who you'd like to live there with, and explain why you like to live in this place, any other related information. If you've got any question, you can ask me.
okay. So if you talk about the,
Hmm. Uh,
like I was asking, I have to describe such a place, such a dream place where I would like to live.
that's right. And bear in
Is
mind
this my
that,
given topic?
hang on a second, bear in mind that you have to speak at least 2 minutes. You can speak more than 2 minutes, 3 minutes, four, five, six. It doesn't
Hello.
matter. Hello, can you hear me? Your connection seems to be very unstable to me. Are you there?
Maybe there is some network issue. I'm not completely able to listen you. Hello. Yeah, now. Yeah, now I can. Yeah, yeah. I can listen you, but I don't know you are listening or not.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello. Am I audible?
yes, you are.
Okay.
Did you get the questions?
So, um, I have to. Yeah, yeah, I got. So,
Yeah, go on.
hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Possibly you have got a network issue. Whatever I'm saying, you're listening after two few seconds. I think I've got serious connection issue. So, dear viewers, welcome once again to our interactive session about IELTS exam or communication skill. Sajan, thank you very much for the subscription. If you are free, join me. So once again, guys, it's Tuesday morning here in the UK, and our local time is 6:44 a.m. and we're having conversations. Can you hear me, guys? I don't know if you can hear me or not, but if you've got time, please hop on. I've invited both of you. Looks like we have got connection issue. How about let me know when you're back here so that I can add you. So, dear viewers, let's focus on writing. As I was sharing earlier, um, bear in mind that in IELTS exam, there are two tasks, task 1 and task 2. Let's move on. And both academic and general test. Task 1 must contain 150 words as you do, and you'll have 20 minutes. Task 2 must have 250 words, uh, and you'll have 40 minutes time. And you can write 10% more in both of the cases, or in some cases 15% is also acceptable. It depends the discretion of the teacher or the examiner, because I've seen few occasions that teachers have accepted especially to more than 300 words, but minimum 250 and minimum 150 in task 1. So once again, guys, we are having open discussion about IELTS writing technique. We're going to talk about task 1 today. This is the writing task we completed last week, task 1 of academic. And we are going to talk about task 1 of general test today. We'll be discussing task 2 later. You see, task 1, general topic, general training, mainly deals with letter, application, and email. Hello, Asif. Thanks for the subscription. I've invited you. I've invited all of you, honestly. Rishu, Sajan, Asif. But it appears that you guys are either busy or you don't want to hop on. Or maybe you're not logged in at the moment. So, one second, guys. Our discussion topic, task one of general test of IELTS exam. So, what kind of letters or application we deal with in IELTS exam? Task one: invitation, job interview, refusal letter, request, family letter, confirmation, appreciation, etc. And the application we deal in this part is complaint, inquiry. Inquiry could be a lot of things. It could be a product or service or a job, or it could be loan, it could be admission, it could be tickets, it could be events, it could be visit, and it could be lost and found. So, what are the procedures or techniques of writing? So, remember again, we follow the basic parts of the letter and application writing: introduction, body, conclusion. So, we have to take a closer look about the letter. Purpose of the letter is presented. Tone. Tone of the letter is appropriate. What is tone, guys? Um, Tone deals with the language, the expression, the way you compose sentences, the way you write sentences. Uh, if it is a request, remember that we shouldn't write such a thing that will give you an image that you are ordering or asking. Uh, Always bear in mind that English language is not only a language for learning English, it also teaches us manners, etiquettes, and good communication skills. You can only learn those things, by studying, by practicing, by knowing the fact. So the tone of the letter is appropriate. That means your writing style is quite okay. Bullet points are presented, highlighted, and extended in some cases, not always. Format is appropriate, letter format. That's quick overview, but let's take closer look. State the purpose. So when you start writing a letter, uh, always make sure you explain why you're writing the letter. For example, very often you go for a job interview. They send the refusal letter by email or by post. And the state of the purpose, or state the purpose of the letter is to let you know that you have been refused or you are not successful. So start the letter by clear stating why you're writing, reason for writing. Your letter needs to be clearly presented in the opening paragraph. Make sure the purpose of the letters is in direct response to the situation outlined in the questions. So here are some examples. We write, if it is a formal letter, remember that once again, we write formal and informal letter. So what is a formal letter? Formal letter should be addressed by the last name. Okay. Hi, Donna, welcome. An informal letter we straightly address by the name. You can see informal letter is like dear sir or madam, or you address it the last name like dear. Say if it's my name, dear Mr. Ali, they'll not say dear Rahat. In informal letter, they'll address you with the first name. Donna, if you need help in IELTS exam, you need to subscribe here and hop on and talk to me. Possibly you might be eligible to get 2 free lessons. Take the opportunity, subscribe to my lesson. I can give you as much information as possible within these 2 free lessons. But if you want to subscribe the whole month, you're more than welcome. And I suggest for all of my IELTS students to subscribe this class at least 3 months. 1 or 2 classes are never ever enough. Even 1 month is not enough either. The students have got a very good track record of achieving of my students good scores, and the students who got good score, they subscribe to my class at least minimum 3 months, maximum 6 months, and after that they got their desired score. And most of the cases the score was 8.5 out of 9, which is really great success for them. Their hard work paid their results. Okay, formal letter. Once again, we always use dear, but if you don't want to address by the name, simply write sir or madam. We write sir for the males and madam for females. And if you want to address by the name, address by the last name with the appropriate uh, with the appropriate uh, salutation, we call it Mr., Mrs., or Ms., or doctor or professor, etc. And once again, in informal letter, we always address by the first name. So look at the examples that I've shared through my screen. Dear Sir Madam, I'm writing to express my dissatisfaction with a product I have purchased recently to request a full refund. And you're saying, Dear John, I was so pleased to hear that you are planning on visiting my country. So I'm writing to give you some travel tips and advice before you book your trips. Look at the direct approach for both of these letters. Okay, so uh, in IELTS general training, writing task situation may include formal letters like letter of complaint, personal, business, recent, experience, products, etc. Or letter of invitation like party, dinner, celebration, etc. Then letter of request like refund, repair, advice, reservation. Letter of request again, asking questions, asking for advice, asking for help, asking for immigration policies, asking for admission criteria. Letter of inquiry, information request booking, letter of thanks or appreciation, letter of recommendation, informal, letter of suggestion in informal, again letter of suggestion, ideas, plans, solutions. Then use the right tone. I'll be back in a moment, guys. Okay, I'm back, guys. So use the right tone. What exactly it means? What do you understand by the tone? Please bear in mind that in writing style, there are some ways you can express, and tone always is related to the way you write or express your thoughts. Okay, the tone refers to the way in which you write the letter, formal or informal style. The instructions in this question will give you a clue. Begin the letter as follows: Dear, semi informal, semi formal, or written to a friend, colleague, or someone you know. Dear sir, madam. Formal, written, someone you do not know. But if you know it, then we write dear with Mr. or Mrs. the correct salutation with the last name. So a formal letter contains longer sentences that use passive language, be past participle, modals. The broken light needs to be fixed. For example, that customers who use this facility have educated visibility of their surrounding. An informal letter is conversational, can include contractions, can't, a more direct speech. Can you fix the light in the kitchen so I don't have an accident? The table shows some examples of formal and informal vocabulary. Once again, dear viewers, you are here with me, and today's topic is general training, task one, about the letter. If you've got any questions and comments, please write in the comment section. I'll be happy to read it and try to answer it. Request. Say. See the difference, please. Formal vocabulary: request, informal ask, purchase, buy, could, can, would, will, at your earliest convenience. When you're free, respond, write back, reply, cannot, can't, yes, sincerely, faithfully, best wishes, love. Furthermore, and also, can I suggest? Can I tell you, as you described above, as I mentioned before? And finally, remember the greeting and the closing salutation of an IELTS training. Writing task one letter needs to match the style. For example, dear sir, madam. Remember, when you do not know the name, we finish it yours faithfully, or faithfully yours, or yours truly, or truly yours. When you know the name, we say yours sincerely in that case, or sincerely yours. So I have to add another one in this case. Taylor. Hello, Marwan. Welcome. I don't know. My subscribers have not joined. I'm not sure what's the reason behind it. Okay, so remember once again, when you start the letter with dear sir or madam, you must finish with yours faithfully, faithfully yours, or yours truly. It can be also used, or truly yours. And when you start with the name, you're sincere, sincerely yours. When you start with dear and straight away informal letters, John, best wishes, etc. Include bullet points presented in the question. When writing a letter as a part of the original training writing task, one, it is important to include the bullet points presented to you in the application. The question in IELTS general training writing task will present you with a situation, who to write the letter, what you must include the letter, the bullet points. All three bullet points need to be presented. And remember that some bullet points contain more than one element. So make sure to watch for and plurals. Let's break down the following question. An overseas friend who wants to visit your country on holiday. Write a letter to your friend. In your letter, recommend the best time of year to visit and why. Describe the types of accommodation your friends could choose. Say what you like to show your friend in your country. So these are the three bullet points. You are going to write a letter to your overseas friend. Write at least 150 words. Look at the scenario of this letter once again. You do not need to write any addresses because we are only writing the letter. Remember, begin your letter as follows: Dear, then your friend's name. Look at the first bullet point and you will see it contains two elements. Recommend the best time of year to visit and why. The first element is the time of the year and why you are recommending. These are the first two elements. So the best time of the year to visit and why is the best time? Look at the second bullet point and you'll see will that you have to describe types of accommodation. So remember to watch for plurals. First type of accommodation, second type of accommodation. Example for the first bullet point covering both elements, when and why. Most people visit Brisbane in the summer months, but I think it's far too hot then. The best time to visit between April and June or autumn season. It is still sunny but much cooler and not as humid as in the summer. Structure your letter. The final feature to look in the IELTS general training. Writing task 1 is the format of your letter. A letter needs to be written using proper format, including the following. A greeting. Dear Sir, Madam. Dear John. Dear Mr. Smith. The main body consisting of paragraphs for each part of the letter. A closing. Yours sincerely, yours faithfully. Best wishes, kind regards, love, etc. In the instructions, you're told you do not need to write any address, so do not include them. This is an example of an informal letter. Dear Andrew, opening salutation or greeting must be included for appropriate letter format. I was pleased to hear that you're going to visit Brisbane, so I'm writing to give you some information to think about before you come. State the purpose of the letter in the opening paragraph. And most people travel to Brisbane in the summer months, but I think first full print presented, I think is uncomfortably hot at the time of the year. Autumn is the best season between April and June. It is still sunny but much cooler than in summer. Highlight it in a separate paragraph. At the moment, all our bedrooms are full, so unfortunately we can't put you up. However, there are some cheap places to stay, like Airbnbs in our suburb. You could also stay in a serviced apartment in the city center or on the Gold Coast. Second bullet point presented and highlighted in a separate paragraph that you're suggesting different kinds of accommodation specials online. So I'm sure you'll find somewhere affordable. And when you get here, let me be your tourist guide. I'll take you to the Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary, where you can feed kangaroos and koalas. I can also drive you to the Gold Coast for a swim. To add excitement, we can visit the theme parks there too. Third bullet point, why you're inviting the person. So please always remember it is your communication that is the important part in any writing. However, the Brisbane is a city of Australia, guys, and I'm sure you may know it already. Okay. Okay, guys. So let's move on. Looking forward to catching up. Concluding letter, rounding off statement. Best wishes. Closing salutation must be included for appropriate letter format. Name Lauren. Your name to make the letter look realistic. Remember to reach higher band score for IELTS general training. Writing that's one. Task achievement. You need to include each of these features in your letter. A clear purpose, appropriate tone, present and highlight all the bullet points, appropriate form. Okay, so those are the some explanation. Look, some sample letter. We recently saw an advertisement in a newspaper seeking volunteers to do unpaid work with local children. You're interested in this work, write a letter to the head of the organization in your letter. In your letter, express your interest, ask for details of the work that needs to be done, let them know when you are available. You should write at least 150 words. So, obviously, it is a formal letter, as you can see, because you are uh, responding to a recent advertisement from the newspaper about the volunteering for a job with the local children. So, we don't have to write the address, but you must start with the formal tone because it's a formal letter. And if you don't know the name of the person, so dear sir, madam, if you remember, first salutation. And very often people write like this in response to your recent advertisement for seeking volunteers. Or sometimes some people write in a different way. Let me show you. So, dear sir or madam. So, first line, salutation. Because we don't know who would be the person, yeah, an employer could be male or female. So, dear sir or madam, in response to recent advertisement of the volunteers from the local newspaper, okay, and we, let me show you that. Or I'm writing letter about the position which has been advertised. in the local newspaper. Okay, look at the two different way of writing. So this is a good beginning, obviously, because you're following the techniques that is needed for the IELTS exams guidelines. Bear in mind that in order to get good band score, you must always follow their techniques or videos. I'm going to show you something else again. All right. So look at the parts of this letter. Express your interest. Volunteer. The first part is volunteer, local children. So express interest. Ask for details of the work. Let them know when you're available. Okay. So in response to a recent advertisement of the volunteers from the local newspaper, this could be one starting, or I'm writing this letter about the position which has been advertised in the local newspaper for volunteers that I'm interested to apply for the position. So dear viewers, once again, if you're interested to participate on this interactive session, it's very easy. Visit my profile and click on the subscribe button, then it will say free trial lesson, or you can subscribe for the whole month. It depends on you. Please bear in mind that by practicing, face to face is the only way you can develop your communication skill. Okay, so uh, possibly we may not be able to finish this. No worries, we'll continue next week. In response to a recent advertisement of the volunteers from the local newspaper, you can start this way, or I'm writing this letter about the position which has been advertised in the local newspaper for volunteers. Then you show your interest that I'm interested to apply for the position. So you can write both of the information in both cases. Ask for details of the work that needs to be done. So make a next paragraph. Being a volunteer, make sure when you write your spelling is correct, your tone is a formal tone, your expression is appropriate. Being a volunteer, so you need to know what are the job responsibilities. Honestly, I would like to know. So let's change it. Being a volunteer, what are the job responsibilities? Okay, honestly guys, job responsibilities would be coming later. So we have to write the eligibility criteria. Criteria and to apply position. So look at the second bullet point. Ask for details the work that needs to be done. Okay, before that, you need to know also eligibility criteria. Remember, that is very important. They can't offer the job to anyone. You need to be eligible. I'd like to know um, what are the eligibility criteria to apply for the position and job responsibilities. Oh, our MD has called. I have to refresh it because you're on my screen. Unfortunately, so we're going to finish the lesson soon. We've got 1 minute and 5 seconds. It's going to 1 minute now. Okay, dear viewers, we've got less than 45 seconds. Thank you very much for being with me. It's like an ongoing class, so let's move on with the rest of the lessons. Thank you very much for watching. Please bear in mind whatever you learn from anyone, practice it. Without practicing, you can't be successful, you can't develop your skill. Okay, I hope to see you later. You take care and bye. And before that, thanks for the subscription, Sajan and Asif. I'll see you later, guys. You take care and cheerio.